Shout out to VHS Archive. What a legend.
I don't like the Jews. I'm guessing that they don't like me too. And you can tell me if I cross the line or if I'm racist. I try to keep an open mind. I put them all into a camp, but it's my concentration that wasn't really there all along. I know I could treat Jews better, and I can probably have been a better friend. Tell me, is it too late to try? I know I made Jews cry, and a few million Jews are dead, but I know I could treat Jews better if I get a second chance.
To the hostile takeover of the Republican Party.
Absolutely. Some of the, finest people in the movement happen to be Jewish, actually.
Some of the most brilliant people I know are Jewish.
I have Jewish friends. Some of the people that I cite the most in these debates, like Michael Sartain's been doing his research, I know that. The primary author I cite is Jewish. His name's Ron Unz. The other author I cited on Fresh and Fit, Israel Shayhak, is Jewish. Another good friend of mine, Darren Beatty, runs Revolver, Jewish. Laura Loomer.
I think there are a lot of people that are critical of Israel that are reluctant to acknowledge the good that Jews do. And I think that they're brilliant. Many of them are brilliant.
Yeah, we had some Keno. We had some Keno over the weekend, some Keno sports ball, some Keno news, some other stuff. Obviously, Trump signing the peace deal with in Gaza and Israel. Everyone's losing their fucking mind. Every single one of these influencers, whether they're psycho Zionists like Laura Loomer or the opposite. And it's like Nick Fuentes, pro Brown. They're all flailing. None of them know what the fuck to do, because if you can't talk about Gaza or Israel, then no one knows. They don't know what the fuck to do their show on. They don't know. The grift kind of ends in a way with all those Muslims tuning into America First. Is Nick just going to keep talking about the Muslim world? Is that the play? Welcome to Sudan first. Welcome to fucking Saudi Arabia first. I don't know. But if in fact we do have peace in the Middle East, what's he gonna, seriously, what the fuck's he gonna talk about? I have no idea. But here's the opposite end of the spectrum. Before we go into the groypers and shit all over them, here is Laura Loomer. Some call her Saw or Jigsaw. But here she is losing her mind over Jews.
It's just so obnoxious being called America Last and being told that I'm not really American, or that I'm America Last. It really honestly just makes me want to go live a quiet, peaceful life. Not give up, but
in Israel?
But, it's just so toxic. And I used to think to myself, wow, if somebody were to shoot and kill me someday, or somebody were to attack me, or, cause severe bodily harm, I used to think that it would be
your tires? I disavow herself. I'm just going to leap ahead. I'm going to say herself, because she's mentally unstable, stabbed her own tires, handcuffed herself to Twitter. But of course I disavow.
Muslim. But now with the level of death threats and hate mail that I get from people online who are like these wannabe Hitler Youth posters, posting actual Hitler Youth neo-Nazi content,
logging in.
Part of me wonders that maybe I'll be killed or shot or killed or stabbed to death by a neo-Nazi. Who knows? I used to think that it would be a Muslim, but now part of me is wondering if it's going to be this new generation of radicalized people on the internet who have just been totally consumed by this Jew obsession from podcasters that all they want to talk about is Jews.
Aren't you usually just hitting on those podcasters at the bar? The ones that are talking about neo-Nazi memes or whatever the fuck she calls them? Who even said the neo-Nazis? But your quote unquote neo-Nazi memes where like Baked Alaska had you in a gas chamber or whatever. Now it's it's so awful. It's so awful. She was at like all the alt-right stuff. Hey, I'm Jewish. I have big tits. That's what she was telling what's his face. And he's like, oh, get me the fuck out of here.
It's rainy outside. It's the Jews. My dog had diarrhea today. It's the Jews. My tea, it was too hot. It burned my tongue. It's the Jews. I mean, it seems like there really is this new breed of podcaster or investigative journalists, as they like to call themselves, that just wants to blame the Jews for everything. And it's like, when do we just stop talking about this? When do we get to go back to normal and talk about other issues? I don't know. Hopefully soon. Because,
well, this was before Trump, but hopefully soon because, I mean, Laura, obviously, she's got to talk about Israel every 5 seconds. But, you know what's crazy? Even though Laura Loomer, batshit insane Zionist Jew, that Nick Fuentes endorsed for Congress, you know, somehow, some way, still less shilling from her that way than the Browns. Obviously, she has all the power, I guess, because they're just bombing them into fucking, well, they were, but
it's really exhausting. And I think I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tired of it. I mean, I'm really honestly kind of at my wit's end dealing with this nonsense.
She's at her wit's end. You want to play a fucking game? It's called At Your Wit's End with Laura Loomer. Want to play a fucking game, you bastards? Want to play a game? To the fact that, to the point where I'm getting privately messaged on Snapchat. I'm getting messaged on social media that I haven't even spoken to these people in years, in like 6 or 7 years. I have not heard anything from this ALX. And he messages me on Snapchat 5 minutes after I post Aiden on Twitter with Nick Fuentes going, AF post here, let's go, groyper. And he goes, if you don't take that down, you're fucking getting nuked. Before I could even blink, my account's gone. Meanwhile, these people can dox. They can fucking post people's families. They can post people that have no business literally in politics at all, aren't even on Twitter, so on and so forth. It's such a fucking scam. It's such a joke. And that's what they did to Martin. That's what they did to Martin. I'm sure many of you guys have seen this. This is what we're mainly going to get into and talk about today. But I'm sure you guys have seen this. First and foremost, AF Post reported that pro-Trump poster Captive Dreamer and Soul Lion have been suspended from X. You already, right off the rip, let me just move this. Right off the rip, you have groypers already. Groyper cursed, bitch! All of the responses were the same. There's literally hundreds of these, so I'll go through a few. I'll go through a few of them, but, you know, this is what they do. This is what they do every time. Now, I want to say congratulations. I wouldn't have broadcasted it like he did just because the groypers are sick, evil people, and I saw that Chris Burnett tried to get away from the groypers when he posted it, but congratulations to Chris. He got married over the weekend. He posted himself and his wife like dancing at their wedding. Of course, it took less than a day, literally less than a day, for the groypers to immediately find her and immediately call for her doxing. Hold on. Let me zoom this in so I'm not showing any information. Even though the groypers doxed her, obviously I don't want to push that any further here. I think you can I think this is enough for you to see, to be honest. He says, that was fast, boys. Real estate agent in New Jersey and LA. Doesn't look like she has an X account. Her personal phone number is everywhere. This is coming from groyper Nick Fuentes. And he's posting her Facebook, her full name. This is just, like I said, just some random woman that Chris Burnett married. Again, congratulations, Chris. A white woman. He's going to make white children. Love to see it. And the groypers spent all day attacking her. And you might not be surprised. We got more groypers. This is a different one because there's hundreds of examples of these. Here, this is in reference to Martin, says, he lost his accounts. Now he will lose his wife. His wife must be groiped. Now, this one, this isn't a dox because, like, even Martin, I think's posted this. Like, everyone has seen this. And, I mean, it is a dox, but the Antifa already doxed it. But this is their own. I just want everyone to strap in, everyone to pay attention to this, okay? Because Beardly did a whole 30-minute segment going after Martin, a.k.a. Captive Dreamer. I just want you all to acknowledge that Martin pulls, okay? Martin has 2 white children. He has how do I say, again, I don't want to be rude to Martin. He has a pretty wife. He has a normal looking wife, unlike Beardson. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't want to but she's obviously a attractive lady. Meanwhile, Beardson's over here dating unironic 500-pound Jewish hog. Oh, wait. He was married to an unironic Jewish hog for 10 years. Bet Martin can pull goth gas station girlfriends? Yeah, unironically. Yes. Yeah, literally. But this is what the groyper's saying. He lost his accounts. Now he'll lose his wife. His wife must be this is how insane and unhinged the groypers are. This is who they are. This is the Nick Fuentes support squad. So you have them doxing Chris Burnett and his wife. You have them going after Martin and his wife. You have them saying, groyper curse, bitch. This is what you got. Shout out to Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd put this out. He says, groypers mass reported Captive Dreamer, and now they're pushing for people to harass his wife. They're just leftists, no different. And again, they posted her work, posted her Facebook. Like, these people are just fucking scum. Literal scum. Has his wife ever made an appearance on Twitter? Has she ever said anything? The only thing that I know about his wife is that she's producing white babies because he had a son like a month ago, and he already had a son before that. And they're here attacking white, well-meaning Patriots. Why? Because they don't worship Nick Fuentes. That's all. That's the only reason. That's it.